Hey, what's the word, YouTube? It's Curtis P. Back from to my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We're the finest subscribers, so also hit that noti bell. With that being said, Trapler Ross here has a video called California's Most Hated Gang, EBK, and the War in Stockton. Only Stockton I know is John Stockton, so we gonna figure a lot of things out. Let's get into it. It's a 50-minute video. We here. Let's go.
Disclaimer. The purpose of this video is
God damn. Do I have to speed up? What the fuck?
Historic events in a journalistic context.
Hey.
Everything in this video has been taken from publicly available sources, and any footage used is covered under the doctrine of fair use. We have made every effort to ensure the accuracy of our sources, but I am not responsible for content that third parties publish. Content warning. This video contains themes of violence, death, and gang activity. But every effort has been made to censor this video in accordance with YouTube's advertiser and community guidelines. This video features no violence on screen, no explicit language, and no hateful language. If you want to see extended versions of my videos with much more detail, please visit patreon.com/CraplerRoss. You can watch the director's cut for just $2. But if you're not interested in that,
$2.
get ready to hear.
That's it. I might have to get that Patreon.
When most people think about the West Coast in music, a few things come to mind. The city of LA, the Bloods and the Crips, Tupac, Dr. Dre, Draco the Ruler, or even Kendrick Lamar. But often what gets overlooked is the many cities in North...
Kendrick Lamar just had a freaking field day dancing on Drake's grave, bro. Crazy.
Where places like Stockton are plagued with the same issues.
Stockton, California. Sorry, I apologize. Never heard of it. Shout out to y'all, though.
One of the worst cities.
What Cardi Towns do, bro? I just did this on a different video, but he did a salute. Shout out to Stockton, bro.
In the USA.
Is it true that Stockton's just this like incredibly grimy place?
Around 5 hours drive from LA, the city's crime rate places it as 82% more dangerous than the USA's national average.
What the
The 2022 study.
Bro, what the hell? That sound like fucking Gary Indiana. Bro, come on, bro. That sound like Gary.
The chance of being a victim to violent crime there is
We some Indianimals. We some
I
hate that y'all did that, bro.
Really
I'm from Indianapolis, but still, bro. I still hate that. I hate y'all did that.
It's a level of violence that rivals crimes in cities like Compton and Oakland. Except this isn't a major metropolitan city. The Stockton Police Department says
82%, bro.
Police literally hop from one shooting scene to the next.
Damn, what's going on in Stockton?
Killings are gang related. What you're watching is an afternoon shootout in late March. Caught on tape are two rival gangs, young men in their late teens and early 20s, who crossed paths at a South Stockton grocery store. The only person killed in the gunfire was an innocent bystander.
That's a damn
Stockton
shame.
gang members themselves tell News 10 that in this city, the young people have guns and feel no remorse.
Well, that's kind of the honor of it.
But that being said, surviving in the city of Stockton is known to be extremely tough, and many don't make it out, with Stockton ranking as #1 on the most dangerous cities in California list, beating the infamously dangerous and gang-infested Compton by 3 places. For MMA fans, they might be familiar with the legendary Diaz brothers, Nick and Nate, who always wreck the city.
When I think about Stockton, though, I think about the Diaz brothers, the UFC fighters.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and they're kind of, I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong, but they're kind of like a perfect, if Stockton is a crazy place, I mean, these are the craziest dudes you ever seen in their life.
They be beating some ass. I ain't
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
lie to you.
And they be getting high as they be smoking weed right before the drug test of their UFC fights, so that the test says that they have like 5 million.
Adam is just so random,
system
bro.
that they're allowed to.
Adam is so random. My phone keep falling, bro. I'm not picking it up, bro. I'm not picking it up. I ain't picking it up.
And the first thing he does, he gets into the octagon. He looks over at Robbie and goes, Stockton! Stockton! And he starts walking around, Stockton! And Robbie's like, what the f is he talking about?
Even gifting
That's hard, bro. That's hard. Hey, shout out to
Diaz
Stockton.
brothers are known for their grit, always coming
That's
forward
hard,
and
bro.
laying it on the line. Similar to one of the West Coast's most notorious and menacing groups that hail from Stockton, EBK. Aside from the extensive catalogue of bangers, this gang has been involved in multiple sting operations.
Because, like, I've heard of EBK J-Bo. I don't know how to say bro name. Shout out to bro. I think I reacted like 2 videos. They both got blocked. So, you mean. But that's the only one I've heard of, bro. And he a good rapper because, like, obviously he a good rapper. But I don't really know the rest of them. But we're going to get into it, obviously. So,
Including what was reportedly the largest takedown in San Joaquin County.
With 90 people charged.
90?
Jason Mark's story that's live in Stockton. And Jason, law enforcement is saying this sends a strong message to those who want to commit crimes.
Ty, very strong. It's making it clear that it will not be tolerated
90,
here
bro.
in Stockton and also in San
90.
Joaquin County. I can tell you that this gang takedown that they just had.
90 people, bro. That's 6 NBA teams, bro. That's 6 NBA teams, bro. That's a 15-man roster 6 times. Like, that's a whole division. That's the Pacific West division. If that's even division, like that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
It's not only helping to prevent
That's crazy.
crimes that are just about to happen.
Pacific Division?
but it's also
I don't think that's what that's called,
ones that
bro.
already occurred. Now you mentioned
attention.
Atlantic,
What they
Mid-Atlantic,
took off
something
the
like that. I
streets.
forgot
Let me
this
show
song.
you, and you can see them right there. 58 guns. 10 of them assault rifles. Another 12 of those were ghost guns.
Damn it, Trap. Let me see the artillery.
God
Goddamn.
Here in Stockton, with help from the Attorney General's office, local law enforcement went after gang members. 90 of them have been.
That's sad. I told y'all, bro. I gotta get the YouTube Premium. What's his? That's not good. That's not a good beer. That's not a good beer. That's a bad beer.
More charges are coming. Police tell us they were also able to solve 2 unsolved murder cases with this takedown.
Organized crime in this county, and in particular in Stockton, will not be tolerated. If individuals think that this is the last,
They must have a lot of work, bro. They must be busy.
Shootouts with ops or releasing super disrespectful songs about killing them. EBK stands for Everybody Killer. This group really seemingly did have beef with everybody in the whole West Coast, and eventually even themselves. Aside from dominating the North California music scene, this crew is involved in several years-long feuds that sadly claim the lives of multiple members. So today, this is the story of one of the most savage street crews coming out of the West Coast, the EBK Hot Boys. With a population of around 320,000,
That's how many people.
is one of the oldest cities in California. Originally a port city, as the San Francisco Bay Area waters flowed all the way through to Stockton, due to the rich farming soil surrounding Stockton, this entitled surrounding cities to come to the port and collect fresh produce. Sadly, this industry died out over time, causing Stockton to become the most populous city to go bankrupt in the early 2010s.
A city can go bankrupt?
Multiple struggles throughout the Great Recession,
I don't be knowing
all the way
that.
through to the modern day. Due to drug trafficking, segregation, and police brutality, the city has multiple degrading factors, leaving it as almost a no-go zone within the state. And to make matters worse, many Stockton residents work in the Bay Area, which is far west of Stockton, creating pretty much no benefit for the economy within the city. This has given Stockton the name City of Orphans, with residents feeling failed by the government who haven't taken action and supported this community in the way that it needed, leading to further decline in state support and the collapse of possible real estate developments. The government would even prioritise their own employees with unsustainable retirement and pension programs, many of which was financed with debt. This led the city to look extremely run down, with the lack of investment leading to rampant poverty, homelessness and crime. Forbes magazine would even label the city as the top most miserable city. And the issue of the city budget is still present to this day, with the local government apparently spending 18% of their budget on public service and policing, but just 3% on community services. You'd think
Where the money going?
Spend a little bit more attention on caring for the community and preventing crime rather than just enforcing it. All of these factors also led the city to be named as one of the worst places to raise children within the USA, with the poverty in the area being traced all the way back to the Great Recession, when Stockton experienced a record rise in home foreclosures and failures in budget management. This ultimately led to layoffs of around 20% of the police force, 38% of public workers, 46% of library staff,
Damn.
and 56% cuts in recreation staffs. From there, the city was basically doomed. When asked about Stockton, EBK affiliate Young Slowby would explain the limits within the city. Slowby explains how there's a lack of anything in the city, and anytime there is something positive implemented, it's quickly ruined. This sentiment is clearly felt by the younger generation of the city to this day. When Reddit users on R. Cali Banging, the premier forum for keeping track
Armpit of California. The armpit of California. That's crazy. I wouldn't open my window to spit while driving through this place. Grew up here, dirty and grimy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. That armpit is crazy. Armpit is crazy. Armpit is crazy.
Described Stockton, California,
Grew
they
up
weren't
wild.
shy to brutally slam the city.
Grew up. Ah, damn it, fuck. I ain't going back.
This will be the stomping ground for some of California's most talented, wild, and unforgiving rap groups. As the Valley Club Records YouTube channel puts it, after spending a weekend with the group, these guys were cut from an entirely different cloth. If Sparta had rappers, these guys would be there.
Sparta.
Spending time around those guys, one thing became abundantly clear. These guys were cut from an entirely different cloth. If Sparta had rappers, these guys would be them.
The EBK Hot Boys, as they were officially named, the group EBK come from the southeast Stockton area, specifically 2100 Nightingale Avenue.
What's up, man? We're in the southeast, Nightingale. From take y'all to the hood one time, you feel me? Yeah, come on. Right now, blood, we on 7th Street. We got like 4 blocks on this side. It's two-sided. Deuce 1 and there's Deuce 4. That's on the other side, though. Right now, we're on Deuce 1, 22-1. Right here, 7th Street, though. You're gonna go Belly Block. Juju, where you at, brother? EBK backed up.
Your name is EBK Backdoor. How am I gonna be close with you and your name is EBK Backdoor? I hope that ain't your name. I hope that ain't your name, bro. I hope that ain't your name.
Where you at, brother?
Yo, fam. I've been doing this Canadian accent like the past 2 days, but I can't stop, bro.
This area
I
is deep rooted
apologize.
in crime, and after a simple Google search, the
You're
results
cheesing me, fam. You're
EBK members
cheesing
often
me.
have a signature shag haircut, which
Ah, I
can be
hate
seen on
those.
the
I hate
back of
those.
EBK
I hate those,
Young
bro. I
Slowly
hate
says, and
those.
they often repeat the term Southeast.
Shout out to y'all for
like
getting them,
Gale
but
21.
I couldn't do it, bro.
Alright, brother, come on. Southeast, free play.
But interestingly, EBK has a whole lot of members, many of whom don't even rap.
Yeah, that's kind of how that works.
So that we can cover the most notable members, firstly, you've got EBK Jabo. Real name Jaymani Gorman, Jabo reps EBK to the fullest with his neck tattooed with Southeast EBK.
Shots got that in the house like he in quarantine.
Crazy.
So the minute you step in, people notice you?
Yeah, for sure. As soon as I come in, I got Southeast EBK on my neck. So as soon as I come in, yelling, "Oh, J-Bo, oh, what's up with blood?" You feel me? I'm what's up with blood. You feel me? I know niggas in there.
Currently, EBK Jabo is one of the main rappers flying the flag for all of the West Coast.
Yeah.
Bangers like Boogeyman getting
He put up numbers, bro. He put up numbers. I gotta do my reaction videos, bro. If there's any EBK Jabo songs that me react to, let me know in the comment section, bro. It's different.
like the Boogeyman, where Jabo seemingly admits to having a body and asks anyone who doesn't to calm down. He would collaborate with Southern and New York rappers like Lil Rai and BBG Stepper on the remix of Chris Brown's Gimme That. He currently has the most exposure
hell?
for any rapper coming out of Stockton, but sadly, he's got a pattern of being constantly arrested and sent back to jail for violence and gun cases.
What'd you get locked up for that time around?
Another shooting, but it wasn't like.
Another shit. I don't think we talked about the shooting yet.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the first one.
We're down for this time, but
What was what was that first shooting you got locked up for?
I was 15. That's a close case too. We was at school, got weird. Second shot jump said she got on. We was at school.
Hey, you mean?
Principal see me, so he told on me. Principal told him.
Oh, the principal seemed to get busy on it?
Yeah, the principal see you get busy though, but.
What the principal not telling you though?
So they just chalked it as to just like
shooting to a dwelling,
discharging a firearm. That's what it pleaded to. In the juvenile hall, bro. That's like go to camp for that.
That's facts.
But I was
3-month program type.
Yeah, but I was fighting hell though, so
you was getting refiled.
Exactly. I couldn't go to camp. You feel me? Kept catching extra days, so they just gave me like 720 days, and then end up doing like 2 years or like a year.
365.
So this before you drop it?
This is before this. Last time I just went to jail. This is when I just got out and dropped step the hardest.
You was in jail right before that, yeah.
I was in juvenile hall.
How old is he?
So you was in the hall. So you gaining some traction in school. You feel me? Yeah. So when you was in school, so what's that? 15?
Yeah,
15. Then you go down.
A pattern apparently stemming all the way back from his adolescent years, where Jabo was always the youngest and arguably most wild person in his crew. For example, there was a time where apparently Jabo and his crew were pulled over for a regular traffic stop due to their front windows being too tinted. But it seems that the crew was stopped partway through a potential drill, as the police would find a number of automatic rifles and even some ghost guns. Guns with some or all of their parts made by 3D printing, produced privately and completely untraceable. Jabo's arrest record can be found online, and it is serious, with numerous charges such as possessing firearms whilst on probation and having extended magazines.
Street terrorism.
Ominous sounding street terrorism.
What is that?
The interviews, he's fresh home from county jail in both of them, which are just about a year apart.
Bro, I'm happy to be alive.
That's right. Not for real.
Be alive, bro. For sure, there ain't no reason to walk around this month.
That's right.
Southeast.
Yeah, how long you been home for?
What's today?
The 9th?
The 9th.
30 days today.
Last time we interviewed you, it was under the influence of the fact that you had just got out from doing some time, facing a charge, and now here we are, same thing. You were just locked up for a while.
Yeah, like 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
What happened?
You know, a little misunderstanding. Got pulled over. They tried to say something about some guns. Allegedly, I don't know. It's crazy.
Allegedly,
There weren't any
yeah.
guns, or there were?
I mean, that's what they said.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what they say. They can't prove it though.
Especially not supposed to be around that kind of thing because you're on the.
Yeah, nah. I'm supposed to be around no guns, so they charged me gun, a couple gang enhancements, but I got bail.
I mean, you could get caught literally.
Bro, if it's one more ad, bro, I'm a tweet, bro. I'm a tweet. I can't even skip it. I was finna say. I don't care about no Valabas.
Littering, and there'd be a gang enhancement at this point, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
He even had to graduate high school from the juvenile hall.
You graduate?
Yeah, I graduated.
Really?
I graduated from juvenile hall.
Oh
Have the
shit.
gown and all that?
Yep, I took a picture, but I didn't like had no graduation or
You
nothing.
didn't walk down and do the ceremony.
I was in jail. I was in jail.
He was in jail.
But I did it though.
That's fucked
J-Bo
up.
would constantly give
That's
details about
crazy.
his time spent in
Graduation
jail,
was amazing, bro.
dishing out countless
That
favors.
shit was
So
fun.
how was it? How was the
Jail?
this time around? Yeah.
My auntie was screaming her ass off when she see me graduate, bro.
Same old.
Yeah, a couple fades, but I was chilling this time. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't really had to fade a lot because I already had faded a lot last time I was in there.
And you earned your respect that time around.
Something like that. Feel me? It's the same every time. You know, you're gonna go in there, you're gonna run some fades, and then eventually you're gonna get to like a pod or somewhere where it's cool programming in there. You feel me? Probably catch a few fades, but nothing too serious though. It's regular. You chilling.
Regular.
How many fades you run this time?
I'm regular.
I only ran like 4 this time, 4 or 5.
Okay.
Yo,
Not too
fine.
bad for 6 months.
Yeah, nah, not too.
Why they actually gonna do this update? It's
I went on
stupid.
this when I first got in too, so.
And how does it start? Does people just start running their mouth, or?
I mean, it's like intake, you feel me? Everybody in the rooms, and so, you know, the porter will come and tell you, like, who in there or something, or you would just get popped out and see it. Like, okay, we're going to get that in. Southeast. You feel me? Be like, we're going to get that in the corner, or get that in the shell, and that be that. You feel me? They do that thing, you do your thing after that.
But always with the honesty, J-Bo would even break times that he had lost jail fights.
If they gonna say, lose fights. It is what it is. I get knocked out, drop, I ain't get black eye.
Win all
Damn.
these fights, or
Fucking
sometimes you don't
crazy, bro. Indiana Fever on a 4-game win streak,
I
bro.
ain't gonna act like I just whoop every. I don't lose a lot. Southeast. But you feel me? I don't win every fight, though. Nah. You feel me? But
That's real. Most sit on camera and say they 80-0.
yeah, nah, I ain't gonna put on camera and act like I'm 80 and no. You feel me? I made my match a couple times. I made my match a couple times though, but you don't know though. I'm gonna hit it with something you gonna remember.
Like this time in the county jail, where he fought a giant brolic gangster called Seawalk from a rival hood 44G from the Townhome neighborhood. J-Bo explained that he was on a recent case and released from the hole after hitting a police officer. When he came back to the halls, he saw the massive Seawalk, and when they approached each other, Seawalk said, F Southeast, which caused the two to organize a fade, or fight. And this actually led to them fighting on 3 separate occasions.
Maybe I get there, they put me in red. You feel me? That's high risk because I caught the little case for hitting the police, so they had to put me in red. So I had to stay in the hole for like 5
Never
months.
mind.
So I
That's
got
what
out
she's
the
on.
hole.
Never mind.
My first week, intake 1. On my mama, I get in there. I'm in there with Ray Cash. On my mama, that's my celly. I get in there, a big ass walking in. I see the window. I'm like, oh, he dead. See, you walk in. I'm like, bro, I know that's the town. Brother, like, yeah, that's woo-woo-wah. That's Seawalk. I'm like, all right, it's hood. Boom. We come out. Bro ain't say nothing to me. I ain't say nothing to him either. The quacky there in hell. Yeah. On my mama, he ain't say nothing to me either.
You saw incident in his DM.
You saw incident in my DM. Long story boring though. Bruh staring at me, I'm staring at him, whatever the case may be. I push up on him, like, what's up? He like, yeah, I'm Seawalk, cuz townhomes. I'm like, J-Bo, Southeast, EBK. Feel like the Southeast. Like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, Southeast. I'm like, he turned on the hood. I'm like, yeah, it's good. I need that. We get to the yard.
He said, I need that. That's crazy. He said, I need that, bro. What the hell? What you think he's Michael Jordan? He said, I need that.
No blood was that big. I'm so in the mode, like, you feel me? Cat,
No
on
cat.
the hood.
All back. Hey, all back.
Mind you,
I'm
not
talking about shit.
Look, I'm not even knowing the hell it is. So we get to the yard or whatever the case may be, bro. We finna get down. Then he like, bro, it's high right now, so we gonna fade in the morning, bro. Or unless you wanna go to the hole. I'm like, bro, I ain't trying to go to the hole. Whatever the case may be, we come out the next day. He pushed up on everybody. I ain't gonna lie. Turn, he pushed up on me like, bro. He shake my hand and he like, where you from? Where you from? Where you from? Why the show me where you from? I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I'm on some sauce. Like, I'm not trying to fade you. So I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When the Mexicans done doing it in the yard, we gotta go get that out the way. I ain't gonna lie. He like, cuz we can get that out. He like, cuz we can get that out the way right now. I'm like, it's good. So we get on the yard. I ain't gonna lie. He with me. Whatever the case may be. Blood ain't dry me.
Hey.
None of that.
People don't be saying that. People don't be saying when they be losing, bro. Don't say that.
Sure, he shake my hand like, yeah, but my mama, I respect. We go to the room, he come to my door like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, baby. All your homies turned you down, but you turn. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna speak on the homies, they not here, but I can only speak for myself. He like, yep, that's cool. He like, but you scratch my eye, cuz you want to go again, and I keep it a band. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, we the program. He like, nah, I ain't gonna lie, I need that. I'm like, it's good, I ain't turning shit down. So we get out there tomorrow, smoking, and bro waiting for me. He like, you feel me, like,
What is a pay-per-view fight? They scheduling fights.
I'm trying to postpone it or whatever, so I'm like, okay, we can get that out the way. He with me again, I ain't gonna lie. glove with me again. Then after that, he like, let's go again. Damn, Quacky, this, DGK.
How many times you gonna fight and lose, bruh? I mean, on one hand, bro. On one hand, I respect the fact that he like, bro. Just because I lost don't mean I ain't gonna. You feel me? We still gonna fight, like, cause you feel me? I can't go out like that. But he lost again. You mean I don't know, bro. I mean, on one hand, I get like, yeah, like, bro, he ain't finna help me, whatever. But I can't keep losing, bro. I can't keep losing, bro. It's I don't know, bro. I don't know what's in me, bro. I can't keep losing, bro. I got the Kobe. I got the Mamba mentality, bro. I can't keep losing, bro. I can't do it.
In another interview, J-Bo was asked what was the first thing you did since coming home, to which J-Bo replies, I think I bent a block or two.
What was the first thing you did when you got out?
I think I bent a block or two.
They should not give you on no podcast mics. That is crazy.
Now, this guy's got no fear about moving or talking hop or getting into trouble.
I know that test is hard, bro. That shit is
When
hard.
looking into his early years, maybe a deeper explanation for his behaviour. J-Bo was born and raised in southeast Stockton, right in 2100 Nightingale.
So you were born in Stockton?
Yeah, born and raised, for sure.
What was your upbringing like?
Coming up in Stockton, I mean, it was cool. Like I said, it was Stockton boring. You feel me? It don't be a lot of going on. It's a lot of violence. But as far as the upbringing, we was cool. You know,
Nightingale's environment clearly had a massive impact on J-Bo, who later released songs such as I Am Nightingale, where J-Bo raps about being posted on the J because Nightingale Street is shaped like the letter J, and rolling up his dead ops there. He even references how he popped an op before he ever made a song, and calls Nightingale the home of the Killers. Now, J-Bo originally lived with both of his parents. His mother worked at the juvenile hall, whilst his father, Rari, was a prominent figure in the neighborhood and was even a poppin' rapper from the area.
but as far as the upbringing, we was cool. You know, my mom used to work at the juvenile hall.
That's crazy.
Yeah, for a minute, you know, my pops passed away. Rest in peace, Rory. I mean, that's why I said.
When you were what age?
I was 11.
Ah, damn.
Turning 11.
So y'all had a good relationship before?
Yeah, we was tight for sure.
Right.
That was like my best friend for sure.
Damn.
Keep it legendary song.
Man, rest in peace to
How
him
did
for
he
sure.
pass?
He got shot. He got popped like 2015.
But unlike many others from the blood-dominated Nightingale, Rari himself...
Hold on. So 2015, he about 11. Bro, so I mean, bro, like, hold on, mom. So bro, like 20 years old. Bro, like 2021. That's crazy.
Was y'all already blessed before?
Yeah.
And then you threw it on?
Everybody was blessed. It was just a couple Crips. My pop's a Crip though.
But sadly, in 2015, Rari would tragically lose his life to gunfire whilst allegedly protecting his son, J-Bo.
Oh, wow.
Suicide in 2015 within Stockton. J-Bo was just 10 years old at the time and had been robbed by
You like
two
Lamilton
teenagers in the
Tayshaun.
local area. He reported back to his father, who went to confront him
Lamilton.
over the robbery. They then
Get
took
in
their
the
guns,
house.
Rari killing him. At such a young age, J-Bo was made to witness the
man.
volatile and treacherous streets of Stockton.
That's
His father
terrible,
being
though.
murdered by teenagers just over protecting his son. Rari was a positive
Damn.
role model in the neighborhood and has even released music about the social issues within the community, commemorating a friend who was unjustly killed by the police. Heartbreakingly, just 2 days before his murder, Rari...
I gotta get it, bro. I gotta get it, bro.
You're dressing for success.
Oh, bruh.
Rari had received a letter confirming he had completed his 7-year parole. He was on a path to change his and his family's life, and had he still been around, J-Bo might have had a completely different life, perhaps
Yeah.
staying on a straight path.
Yeah.
But within just 2 years after his father's murder, J-Bo would turn to the streets and begin participating in criminal activity.
When I got in the field, it was hectic for sure. For my little like 7 years being like thugging, hectic.
And sadly, a pattern of violence seems to chase this family generation through generation, as Rari himself would suffer the loss of his father, but not to murder, this time to the justice system, as Rari's father was actually convicted after beating a woman to death with a baseball bat.
Damn.
I'm not condoning that by any means, but what I am saying, that growing up with that going on in your life is going to change everything. Now, J-Bo has dedicated music to his own late father, releasing songs like Lil Rari when he was just 15, where J-Bo visits his father's grave, and more recently, Rari Forever on his latest project, Sinner's Prayer, as well as an album with the same name in 2022.
When Pops passed, my mindset wasn't just like, oh, Pops gone, get out in the field. It just transitioned into that, like, like I can't even tell you how it happened, bro, because it's just like I'm thugged out now. It's regular now, but I honestly don't know. I can't tell you, bro.
Was it
one day? I just remember, like right now, I just remember one day it was like innocent kid, and then next day, thugged out.
Following his father's death, J-Bo would begin getting booked at juvenile hall the very next year in 2016, making him just around age 12 or 13 at the time.
Nah,
He young, bro.
I hopped in the field, you know, because I'm not no fake, bro. I'm not gonna act like I just been in the field,
Right, whole life.
Yeah, bro. About time I hopped in the field, my mom had already retired because my pops is 19 right now. So my pops died 2015.
2015. I
Bro,
was
it's young for real.
So like, I started going to juvenile hall probably like 2016.
Right.
Oh, that's fairly new then.
My mom's was already gone, so but all the staff knew my mom though. You feel me? So,
Really? So you had juice?
yeah, I had juice a little bit, but they didn't know, like, just because y'all know my mama know me, y'all know me.
Right.
So they expected a lot more from me because they knew my mom.
Facts.
But I'm in there acting out, and they calling my mom, like, man, what's up with your son? He beating people up, taking people food, and I'm
Thugging.
like, yeah, I'm not knowing, though, that's kind of disrespectful to moms because she got a name.
Right, because she know them,
Yeah,
your
I'm
son
young,
in
though,
here
so I'm
acting
just
up.
like, mama, this is what I'm doing, I'm thugging.
And J-Bo would explain he originally was stealing cars because he found it cool. He would find any car
The
and
hell?
drive it straight to cool to flex on the girls there. But eventually, this led to him getting caught up in a case.
What kind were you getting into that had you going to juvenile hall that young?
I was like, when I first like hopped in the field, I was into stealing cars, I ain't gonna lie.
You what is it, bipping?
Nah, I wasn't bipping. Like,
You were a
we
Kia
bipped,
boy?
we got to that. But like when I first started, like I was really into taking cars, like that just was hella cool to me.
I have a question. I'm from Indianapolis. I don't know nothing. What the hell is bipping? Someone please let me know in the comment section. What is that? What is to bip? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Let me know.
Like I be walking like my first case.
Kia boys, I know what that is.
Case closed. Already got the time for it. I just seen a car. I hopped in that. Mama
Just did your Dougie.
got up out of there and went to school.
In the next few years, J-Bo would begin hanging with other EBK members, eventually seeing the collective being formed around 2016.
But as I started like getting in the field, started like EBK. Made EBK like what 2000.
Damn, Russell Made could be Indianapolis.
Boy.
Boy.
So it's like that's when I started.
Man.
Sure, feel me on some cousin.
Let me see that shit. Boy.
EBK, or Everybody Killer, usually
Oh
means
my
that a certain
God,
set
go.
will beef every gang
I'll
in
go.
their area, even if they're the same faction. For example, if you're a blood set that beefs other bloods, as well as the Rollin 60 Crips, as well as the Hoovers in LA, we could call you EBK, Everybody Killer. Or in Chicago, some sets might be GD and have beef with other BDs and GDs,
Yeah.
considering themselves to be Everybody Killers. Now, this definition has caused a lot of confusion online, but J-Bo cleared this up with Adam 22, explaining that EBK is the actual name of their set.
You're not from the
Yeah,
hood.
because I'm
But you tell me if I'm wrong, but in some cities, if you're saying I'm EBK, that just means you beef with everybody.
Right, now they made it a
But
clique,
we
a hood.
really was on some like we're really EBK like this. We really pushing this.
And originally everyone was a member of the Bloods, but they ultimately changed to rep EBK.
Was y'all already Bloods before?
Yeah.
And then you threw it on, so
Everybody was Bloods. It was just a couple Crips.
Now, J-Bo allegedly had multiple cases stemming from his early years.
Are you driving way
Bro, Trap, how many ads, bruh?
over 25?
How many ads, bruh? How many ads, bruh?
Involving burglary, firearms, and even an attempted murder. However, due to his age and being a juvenile, there's no trace of this online. After being released from his first lengthy sentence, J-Bo created his first song with other EBK members titled Don Dada. He was just 15 at the time, but he was showing a lot of promise
Don
for a
Dada.
serious rap career. The song featured J-Bo rapping about loving gunpowder and being from Afghanistan, and he would also feature on the first EBK group song, the Sweet Lady remix, which was a remix to a classic track by LA legend 03 Credo. And on the song, J-Bo mentioned getting active after some suckers killed his father. And the next notable member from EBK arguably had the most...
I've seen him somewhere. I just don't know from
Slowly.
where.
Although he doesn't have EBK in his artist
I just don't know where
it's hard
he's
to say
from.
Slowby is not part of the collective, with some disputing it online, claiming that he's from another set. But Slowby is a long-time member of the musical group EBK, and even appeared on one of their first group songs, the EBK Anthem, where Slowby raps about putting ops in body bags and running the south of Stockton. Coming from the exact same neighborhood as J-Bo, Nightingale, Slowby is proud of his block, as seen from the large southeast tattoo that runs across his back. Slowby explained that the neighborhood always had a reputation that inspired the youngsters in the streets, that they made it something that the masses was aware of. Slowby then mentions how everybody who knows Nightingale can holler at him. When asked his age in an interview, Slowby took his chance to shout out his block, channeling his inner Chief Keef, claiming he was 2100. Again, similar to J-Bo, Slowby grew up around music being in his family. His uncle was a local musician in San Diego, with his father also being a rapper, but both of them never really took off, with Slowby's father also being heavily involved in the streets, causing him to be raised by women. Slowby claims his father only taught him street, limiting the options for a young Slowby, but eventually he found a way to display his creativity. Young Slowby had been releasing music since 2018, with his first single, Hunted Proof. However, it wasn't until his collaboration with Sacramento rapper Briss until he began getting serious motion across the West
I gotta figure out
Slow
more
Briss
California
released a
rappers, bro. I don't know none of these people.
which amassed millions of views and streams for the duo. With the duo
I gotta
rapping
get in
about doing drills
tune.
and hitting ops in the neck, and Briss rapping his Fruitbridge 42 blood connections, and Slow B rapping 21. This single gave great exposure to Stockton in general, as the city rarely had any shine, and people outside were unaware of the rappers that were doing their thing there. More specifically, young Slow B's original style was very unique, with some similarities to legendary South Central LA rapper Draco the Ruler, with him choosing to rap in a style that sounds almost as if he's kind of talking to the listener rather than rapping, with his lyrics usually following tales of him gangbanging and being an actual pimp. But becoming a collaborator with Briss gave Slow B some new problems, as in Sacramento, Briss was beefing with different sets of rappers, Lizzie Marcus and Mozzie, who is now signed to the Yogobi CMG label, with Lizzie Marcus being known for releasing extremely disrespectful songs. His brother, who committed murders on Instagram Live, slowly involved in this beef when he caught a member of Mozzie's crew putting them on camera and making them say Mozzie K. But we'll get into that later. Young Slow B was very active in music. Throughout 2019 to 2022, he would drop multiple projects a year, flooding the streets with music.
Slow B Brian is hard, bro. Slow B Brian is hard, bro. That's really hard.
Lyrics and production. From his mixtape series Slow B Brian, and releases like 2100 Shell Cases and Verona, clearly
that's
Slow B
hard.
like using beats.
Hey, shout out bro for creativity.
In 2021, with the release of Slow B Brian 3, his fame would skyrocket, with his pimping anthem I Love You ultimately going viral on TikTok, and the banger Unforgivable with Draco the Ruler being his most viewed song to this day, with arguably his best produced track from his frequent EBK collab with producer Puda21, who makes dreamy, inspired beats which are always easy to identify with his iconic voice tag Stickum. In the song, Slow B raps 2100 and says that if you claim 21, you better apply pressure to their ops, who rep 5, the Flyboys. Although he was certified in the streets, Slow B had a formula for success in music, was creating banger after banger, putting on for Stockton. Next up in the crew, you've got EBK Young Jock, who also is one of the top rappers from the crew, with an extensive music catalogue of his own. Young Jock's history within EBK is a little more shaky, as there have been some claims that Young Jock is from the Bay Area, which he alludes to himself in interviews.
What was it like growing up in Nightingale?
I mean, I didn't really grow up out there like that, you feel me? But you feel me? I started being around there because my brothers and them, like the group be being around, so you feel me? I started being around there, you feel me? I like way grew up in Oakland, you feel me?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Where at?
In the East.
Wix gives you the power
Every single time,
to build
bro.
the website you need. With full business.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
But he stands on the fact that he reps Stockton, not the Bay.
Now, Stockton, that's where you grew up at, right? When I hear about... Okay, so you've been back and forth. Okay, so what do you claim most? Both?
But just like the other members, Young Jock had his fair share of incidents in the streets, some almost costing his life. Jock would explain that he had been shot 5 times.
Stockton really get busy.
It can get crazy, bro. Like, so I never speak on it. Like, I done been shot 5 times. He was like, I'm like, hey, bro, you can get wicked down there. Okay? You can get up there in jail. You can get weird down there.
Just like J-Bo, Jock turned to the streets at the young age of around 12 or 13.
And at what
It's
age?
around middle school. It's around middle school. It's when
13, 12,
yeah.
12 to 13.
Jock's brothers were EBK member Harry B. Both brothers have caused a lot of tension and issues for the gang, with allegations of them not even coming from Stockton, and even worse, snitching.
Damn.
Other notable members are EBK Juvie Jew, EBK Osama, who's J-Bo's older cousin,
EBK Juvie.
Max,
EBK Mad Max. That sound like No Limit. What?
EBK J-Bo often shouts out
Everybody got nicknames though, so you mean I get it.
What's up with the name, bro? Brother talk your bro free play, South Beach.
I'm free South Beach, so feel me?
I'm not sweating. I'm not fat, but why am I sweating? I'm just sitting down.
Call me after this interview, though, brother. Alright, brother, tomorrow.
But anyway,
The
now you know the
hell?
people involved. Let's take a closer look at the deadly war in Stockton. With a name like EBK, it's safe to assume that they have more enemies than allies in the city.
Yeah.
Firstly, they're beefing with the north of Stockton, 44G, a set of North Stockton cribs located around the 4400 Townhome Drive area. That's around 7 miles or a 15-minute drive from EBK's southeast Nightingale hood. The 44G are known to throw up the fours, which makes sense considering that EBK are often seen cracking or dropping fours, making them 44K or 44 killers. EBK also beat another Northside set called NSGC, otherwise known as the Northside Gangster Crips. This is a much larger, more notable set. One of the reasons is Jeremy Meeks, who's a notable member from the set. His mugshot went viral, leading him to a prosperous...
That's bro. Oh yeah, that's bro. Bro. I remember when he went viral on Instagram, bro. They loved him, bro. I think he got on a TV show after this, bro. That's crazy.
It's safe to assume that they have...
Nah, I really seen bro before. I seen him blow up on Instagram.
44G, a set of North Stockton...
That's crazy. I think he turned to a model, bro. That mugshot turned his whole life around, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Which makes sense considering that EBK are often seen cracking or dropping fours, making them 44K or 44 killers. EBK also beat another Northside set called NSGC, otherwise Northside Gangster Crips. This is a much larger, more notable set. One of the reasons is Jeremy Meeks, who was a notable member from the set. His mugshot went viral, leading him to a prosperous modeling career.
I was forced to learn very fast about the neighborhoods and the colors, and so yeah, I started gangbanging really early. Ended up in juvenile hall, ended up getting shot a couple times. From there to prison, spent a lot of years in prison.
This gang was one of the largest in Stockton and was gaining a lot of attention from the police. Eventually, a huge gang bust would come down, with 23 of their members going to prison. The investigation took months, with several teams monitoring the gang closely. At least 4 shootings, several robberies, weapons violations, and narcotic sales were witnessed in the operation.
Today, Stockton's police chief, the district attorney, and other agencies announced the arrest of several Northside Gangster Crips street gang members.
That the Northside Gangster Crips were involved in at least 4 shooting incidents.
Officers served warrants to 16 areas of the city, including here on Strickland Drive in Stockton, where they arrested a San Joaquin County Sheriff's Correctional Officer. 31-year-old Ashley Johnson is in Stanislaus County Jail with no bail.
Aiding, assisting criminal offenders.
We were extremely disheartened that anybody from the sheriff's office under any circumstances would be involved in any kind of criminal activity.
12 people from Stockton arrested, 11 people from Reno arrested. 8 of those suspects are documented Northside Gangster Crips. Police Chief Eric Jones says the investigation found some of the gang members were buying drugs in Stockton and taking them to Reno to sell, and then buying guns in Reno and bringing them to Stockton to sell or to use in gang activity.
It is alleged these individuals were responsible for the sale of illegal guns, illegal narcotics, drive-by shootings, and armed robberies.
That the Northside Gangster Crips were involved in at least 4 shooting incidents that would have otherwise have gone possibly unreported and unsolved.
The operation came to a head on Wednesday after a round of raids throughout the city.
And all I heard is boom. Police.
This man says officers rushed into his home early in the morning.
They said they're looking for guns and weapons.
Officers made 15 additional stops throughout the city, seizing cocaine, heroin, prescription drugs, and firearms. 12 people were arrested in Stockton, but the search didn't end there.
These subjects were then driving to Nevada and selling the narcotics at a much higher price than could be sold for in Stockton.
Nearly 200 miles away, investigators found more drugs and guns in Reno and arrested 11 more people. The investigation uncovered the alleged involvement of a San Joaquin County correctional officer, 31-year-old Ashley Johnson.
And because she was arrested for felony charges, her employment with the sheriff's office was terminated.
Yeah.
And we were very disheartened at that activity.
Johnson faces various narcotics and conspiracy charges. Her connection to the gang is still under investigation. Now, the DA had a message for the family members of some of these gang members. She urged them to reconsider the consequences of gang involvement and reach out to the city for various programs and support to try to find a different direction.
What an elaborate operation. Thank you for that live report. Mason Jenkins in Stockton tonight.
In 2019, the beef between EBK and their Northside rivals became very active after EBK members were caught up in a serious case. On May the 1st, 2019, around 5:30 p.m., EBK members drove to 700 East Marsh Lane, where they spotted 34-year-old Ronald.
Boy, I thought that was Boosie. Boy, I thought that was Boosie. I don't know why I thought that was Boosie, bro. I'm like, what the hell Boosie doing in this video? I'm tripping, bro. It's getting too late. I never did a reaction video this long, bro. Shit crazy.
But just days later, they chose to crash out in a horrendous mass shooting. A vigil was being held for Ronald Celestine around 7:45 p.m. EBK members would again pull up and begin firing into the crowd. 5 people were shot, all above the age of 13. Sadly, a 34-year-old named Benny Lott was later pronounced dead at hospital. He was said to be the cousin of Ronald Celestine.
It's business as usual for this shopping center behind us here as police continue to sort through what happened last night. They say they believe somebody opened fire on a group of people right behind us here as they were holding a vigil mourning the loss of somebody that was killed in this same exact spot Wednesday night.
Enough is enough.
I'm turning that AC off, boy. Ain't that damn hot outside. Shit.
They say lightning never strikes twice, but it's a much different story in Stockton.
There was a vigil
for
a homicide victim that was going on right across the street from where we're at. Just earlier in the week, we did have a homicide that occurred right in this neighborhood.
34-year-old Ronald Celestine was killed in broad daylight next to this shopping center on Wednesday. And as his friends gathered to remember him, 5 more people were shot in the same place, leaving another 34-year-old man dead. Police now saying both shootings are connected and both have ties to gangs.
And the next day, the police were deemed that these two murders were indeed connected. Following these back-to-back shootings and murders, police sparked a massive investigation against EBK, eventually leading to several arrests on June the 20th, 2019. EBK were found to be involved in numerous criminal activities, from homicide, assault, weapon trafficking, narcotics, and even pimping and human trafficking. 9 people were arrested, 2 specifically for the murder of Ronald Selcity, but EBK's beef wasn't limited to just the north of Stockton, and the next opposing set is arguably EBK's most deep rivalry, also their closest neighbours, the Trap Mob, aka the Flyboys. Trap Mob, just like EBK, are located on the south of Stockton, specifically on Scribner Street, which is around 1 mile or 3 minutes drive from Nightingale, EBK's block. Similar to Chicago gang beefs, this puts both gangs at a very dangerous proximity to each other, and allegedly, this beef started when Trap Mob, who were already an established set, didn't like hearing that the new EBK set was being formed close.
You can turn any slogan or funny quote into a professional design in just minutes.
I don't care. I don't care.
Close to their territory, especially due to several EBK members allegedly not even being from the southeast, such as Young Jock, who was apparently from Oakland, and Slow B, who was originally from San Diego. Trap Mob would actually mention this in their song AA, where rapper 20 Main raps San Diego, how the F you turned 21, North Oakland, how the F you turned 21, West Lane, how the F you turned 21. Now the beef runs deep with these gangs, and this is arguably EBK's biggest war, and this is observed in multiple back and forths that have remained in music, with EBK J-Bo dissing Flyboys on damn near every song, with some song titles even being a diss to the gang, such as Fly Exterminator, where J-Bo is making it very known that he kills members of Flyboys, rapping Somebody Got Fly Gone and leaving his eye on his lap, as well as on No Fly Zone, where J-Bo claims to be fresh off a drill and spinning through Trap Mob's neighborhood, claiming that they drop like flies, or on Slow B mode, where J-Bo raps that he's trying to hurt a fly, even threatening his ops mothers, telling them to stay inside or he'll kill them. J-Bo also mentions spinning through Scribner Street, and in the song The Apocalypse, J-Bo further disses the Flies, where he disses the mob and claims that he's dropping a fly. He would mention spanking mob members and even threats to purchase the block of houses in their rivals' 44G neighborhood townhomes. There are countless of other disses from J-Bo towards the Flyboys, even on his song with Alabama rapper Lil Rai, called Casualty. He raps about how he's been at war with the Flies since he was 17, and how he'll send a blitz at the mob. Young Slowby also dissed the gang on his biggest track with Draco the Ruler, where he raps F it and get on the fly. EBK Stick also has a song named Fly K, but Trap Mob has many rappers of their own who've released several EBK disses, such as Trap Mob Los and Marley B's earlier mentioned track AA, or Marley B's track Top Op. On Top Op, Marley B's mentions spinning through 2100 Nightingale, trying to find his ops and dissing EBK Young Jock. J-Bo has trolled Marley B's by playing the song on Instagram Live. Marley B's has a very directly titled song named simply EBK J-Bo Diss. Now this war is deadly, and apparently several bodies have been dropped between both gangs.
I fuck I ain't seen it in like 20 minutes straight, bro. Crazy.
Clearly there's no plans to let up on their ops anytime soon. But from 2018 onwards, EBK kept moving as a collective, with their hype and fame getting larger and larger. Other than losses to the streets and members being in and out of prison, things were looking positive for EBK. But in 2021, one major case would land, causing a huge divide within the group. In 2021, EBK Osama, EBK J-Bo's older cousin, and EBK R&B, EBK Young Jock's older brother, have both gone wrapped up in a serious case, with both members being charged with a Bay Area robbery of around $4,000, where there was also a shooting involved in the incident. If convicted, the pair would be looking to serve around 20 years in prison. The robbery dates all the way back to 2018, when they met up with someone from Craigslist to barter a purchase of $4,000 worth of weed. The sellers left to get the dope. When the EBK members stayed, they attempted to rob him. After the seller managed to escape, he was shot multiple times by Moore whilst Locke robbed him. Locke had already been serving time during this trial for pimping. During trial proceedings, it was alleged that Hari B had snitched on EBK Osama to get less time. In an unreleased song, EBK J-Bo would rap that Hari turned rat, he couldn't take the heat. They told him 20 years, he started eating cheese. This apparently led J-Bo and his closest members to disown Hari B, labeling him as a rat. However, EBK Young Jock would side with his own brother.
Listening to a lot of your songs, so who's Hari B to you?
Hari B, that's my blood brother, that's my big brother.
This would then cause EBK to split into two groups. The original EBK, which was J-Bo's side, and Young Jock's new EBK, which was standing for Every Brother Counts. In an interview, Young Jock actually confirmed this.
EBK stand for Every Brother Count, but you feel me? We got two sides of the group, feel me? Everybody killing, every brother count, feel me?
While throwing shots at J-Bo, EBK Trey B also disputed the claims of Hari B snitching.
Bro ain't tell on nobody. Bro ain't snitch on nobody. Ain't nothing to go to jail behind what he said or none of that type.
And Young Slow B.
What you mean what he said? What you mean by that?
Dissing EBK Osama on his track Stay On Point. Slow B mentions the in-house beef and his regret for hanging out with a weird Crip dude, which is clearly directed towards EBK Osama, as he was one of the only Crips within EBK. This split would intensify when EBK J-Bo went live with the mother of Slow B's child, with people in the comments bashing J-Bo for doing something so disrespectful, with her then going live and alluding to having slept with J-Bo.
I don't give a if I got caught. His real brother. I don't give a.
J-Bo would then send further shots at his...
Hold on. What did she just say? Hold on. Did she just say I got caught? Hold on. I beg your pardon?
Crip dude, which is clearly directed towards EBK Osama, as he was one of the only Crips within EBK. This split would intensify
Hold
when
on.
EBK J-Bo went live with the
If she say what I think she finna say,
comments bashing J-Bo for doing something so disrespectful, with her then going live.
Dr. Umar.
J-Bo.
I don't give a if I got caught. His real brother.
Okay. I was finna say, boy. Still crazy though.
Madman, where he raps, don't matter if he didn't say no names, it's still a statement. He then says, I'm the real EBK that other dudes knew. But the story began shifting when EBK Trey B posted a screenshot of papers that allegedly proved that it was actually Osama that snitched. The separate sides would then begin hanging with gangs from different cities that were enemies, specifically in the Bay Area, with this creating even more tension, with the beef getting deeper and more serious as time went on. For example, J-Bo would link up with Mozzie from Sacramento, whose sworn enemies with Briss, who's a frequent collaborator with EBK Young Jock and Slowby. J-Bo would begin hanging out and collaborating with stubby members from Oakland, such as Ace Rico and Short 200. EBK Young Jock would then begin hanging with Case Gang, which is Stubby's rivals. And at some point, EBK members began to rehash their relationship, possibly work towards putting this issue to the side. But then, the following year, just when things appeared to be getting closer to a reunion for EBK, an enormous tragedy would strike.
Oh, damn.
As mentioned earlier, Slow B gained most of his traction when he linked up with Sacramento blood rapper Briss. As the two were blowing up in their own right, they were becoming aware of their legacy. Briss was asked in an interview how having children changed him, to which he responded, it made him appreciate life more, and that he needs to
What's the dude from ATL? T.I. little brother.
I gotta stay alive out here, you feel me? Just stay keep me like that. Just make sure I make, you feel me? Just think 3 times ahead, bro. Everything I do, gotta move sharper. Just, you feel me? Because I gotta be here for them.
Tragically, just 1 year later, he would be brutally murdered in his own neighborhood.
Damn.
In 2020, young Slowby's frequent collaborator Briss would be gunned down after a short vehicle
24?
He was ultimately shot and pronounced dead at the scene.
Damn, bro, that's young as shit.
Fruitbridge Bloods, and he was allegedly chased in the Fruitbridge area when he crashed into a pole and was shot dead after attempting to escape his attackers. Multiple theories spread online over exactly who was responsible for this murder. Some suggested that Briss was set up by an OG from Fruitbridge, and then, a few months later, this led to an arrest. Initially, the public assumed that Briss was killed by Oak Park, where the rapper Mozzie is from, in Sacramento, as the two had beef based on their affiliations. However, the police ended up arresting somebody from a different city, with the main consensus now being that members from the Mexican gang Nortenos, or Northerners, from the Oak Park area were actually behind the murder. Slowby would ultimately go on to explain his pain after Briss's death.
R.P. Bristly move. Yeah, man. That's the go.
Showing just how important it is to leave the area you grew up in once you reach success. And sadly, it seems that Slowby was also too late. As just 2 years later, young Slowby would meet the very same fate just 20 minutes outside of Stockton, in Manteca, California, when on the 5th of August 2020, Dizzler, a company Slowby and other EBK members had worked with for years, reported the news of his death. Oddly, Slowby was shot in the early hours of the morning, and fans were heartbroken to wake up to the loss of Slowby, as were his Nightingale friends who were devastated. In his No Jumper interview, EBK J-Bo explains that he loved Slowby regardless of their recent fallouts, with J-Bo appearing on Slow Cheese to clear up the situation with Slowby's baby mother.
Fans were kind of like, you know, like, damn, like, where's the loyalty at? Like, all the girls you got, J-Bo, and you want her? You sleeping with her? All the girls you got. So the fans was kind of like, you know.
If Slubby was here, he wouldn't care. Not to disrespect her or nothing either, you feel me? Because she cool. But she, you feel me? She live a different type of lifestyle. Like, that's not no regular, like, you feel me? Like, I understand if it was like, okay, you better baby mama, like, that's really, that's really his, like, that's a cool off limits. I wouldn't even look that way. But you feel me? Not to act like she ain't really Slug, because she be with you. But at the end of the day, that ain't no regular, it's fair game. RP brother, I never disrespect my brother. That's my brother, dead homies. Got the utmost respect to brother to the maximum capacity.
I've never heard maximum capacity before, bro. That's crazy.
I mean, bro, you feel me? I let that, bro, nigga, our differences, and you feel me? On some kids, and just gonna put our differences to the side. You see, jocking is cool. I was just
Taylor Brands. That would have been really helpful when I was starting my business.
Taylor Brands was essentially created to be a business builder.
Just finna ask you that too.
We was planning it, bro. Just didn't know. We been planning it, bro. Just didn't put the plan into effect. So, bro, Slubby was a big, you feel me, part of that plan. Gone now, though.
He then says tornadoes are coming for that, clearly indicating that EBK insists on getting get back for Sloby's murder.
You feel me? And oh, tornadoes coming for that. Period.
Period is crazy.
Right now, no arrests have been made, and it would seem
Tight shit. Tight shit.
Rumors have been spread online as to who it was that might have been responsible, with some assuming that it may have been the enemy Sloby had made in the Sacramento area when he clicked up with Briss, or some suggested that he had been killed over a dispute with a female that he'd been dealing with. Another theory is that Flyboy's affiliated rapper Band-Aid Snowy may have been involved.
Band-Aid Snowy?
He raps, lucking dudes in the early morning, making morning news. Eerily, young Sloby's last recorded music video was for his track titled Don't Come to My Funeral, a very common trend with rappers almost predicting their own fate and visiting graves on their last recorded music video. The video began real to Sloby. However, what's more likely is that this beef was a local one in Stockton. Due to posts and lyrics from EBK members, it would seem that the trap mob or the Flyboys had something to do with the murder. One of the first clues is a Flyboy member named Demar being killed in a double shooting very shortly after Sloby's death.
Well, this is still a very active scene, Andrea. We have several Stockton police detectives here investigating this shooting. Stockton police confirm with me that 2 people were shot around 7:40 tonight. 1 person died and the other was hurt and taken to a nearby hospital. We're told the shooting happened here at the Southside Market grocery store that's off of South Airport Way near East 8th Street. Detectives seem to be canvassing this whole area, focusing on the front of the store, and you can also see several of these evidence markers here in the middle of the parking lot there as detectives still try to process what exactly happened here. And as I mentioned, detectives seem to be focusing on this whole area, including the front of that store. We want to show you the middle of the store there. There is a silver vehicle that appears to have 2 bullet holes, what looks like 2 bullet holes in that car. Again, detectives canvassing really this whole area, and we are being told that, again, 2 people were shot, 1 person died, and another person was taken to a nearby hospital. Again, several detectives are out here right now trying to figure out what led up to this shooting. Right now, detectives and police are not saying what, if they have any suspect description or any description of any of the victims in this case, but of course, stay with us as we continue to learn more. For now, reporting live in Stockton tonight, Orca Man at KC.
I heard bend it up. I heard bend it up.
On how fast this was and how EBK wanted that get back for Sloby. Shortly after, EBK Trey B would take to Instagram to talk to Flyboys, telling them to go and slide. Over the next few years, Flyboys would take several more losses, such as Jay Black, who was actually a rapper from the set and was killed in a double homicide, where EBK Lil Pay was arrested, and another member, Cholo from the Flyboys, also ended up getting killed. Get Back for Sloby's murder was also mentioned in numerous songs, like EBK J-Bo's Sloby Mode, where he raps, "Oh bro, takes me out the hood if I don't slide for slow." He also mentions that suckers were responsible for his death, and clearly J-Bo felt way about Sloby being killed, and after coming home from jail in 2023, he had the same cross face tattoo in his honor. He would explain that the tattoo was a tribute, but also stands for something else, possibly catching bodies, which J-Bo raps about often. But regardless of all the Get Back, it would unfortunately not bring Sloby back, and despite alleged revenge in the streets, to this day, many EBK members are still left heartbroken about the things that played out in the past. Since the death of Sloby, members have continued putting out music, admittedly at a smaller scale.
Oh man, I can't believe I got through this shit, boy.
Although EBK Young,
It's like 11 p.m. Crazy, boy.
Their interview with the Innovators. Now, the biggest star, EBK J-Bo, seemingly has a pattern of getting locked up every few months. In October 2023, J-Bo was released on bail in his gun case. From here, he would begin dropping music again, like the banger Out on Bail, which was followed up by a stream of singles, interviews, and his album.
I'm gonna listen to more music for real.
In 2024, J-Bo would be sent back to prison, the very same case, stunting the progress of his career.
He's moving right now, and he got the music in the back. He's boy.
But recently, he released his banger single, Boogeyman, to keep the hype going. And sadly, things have remained active in the streets, with J-Bo's older cousin, EBK Osama, being killed just weeks ago, after so recently being released from prison. On that case that split up EBK, within 2 months of being freed, he'd been killed, whereas allegedly, another EBK member was killed just days before. Tributes for Osama poured out online, even more from members that chose the opposite side of EBK during the split, such as EBK Trey B and Young Jock. This was a terrible time for J-Bo, considering he was on his best run in music, just to get locked up again, and then lose 2 family members in the space of 1 week. Hopefully, EBK can reunite and return to their glory days of music. If they do, they always have the chance of becoming the biggest collective coming out of the West Coast, and to really put Stockton on the map. I just hope that they can leave the gang life and the cycle of violence behind, because they truly have a deep well of potential to make it as musicians, get out the streets, and fly the flag for the new generation of West Coast gangster rappers. I hope you found that story interesting, and if you like these shorter breakdowns on the drill history of different cities, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I've got a whole lot more baggage coming soon. Thanks for watching, and peace out.
Alright, man. Shout out to Chapler Ross, bro. He really be doing like not historian, but he really be like putting like all the news, all the sources, all the like all the articles together. Like, shout out to bro for go ahead and making this video. Like I said, I didn't know what Stockton was. Only Stockton I knew was John Stockton. So I learned something new. Obviously, I didn't know EBK was like really doing all this shit. But I don't know. Like I said, if bro got some music I'll be react to, let me know in the comment section. This was cool. If you react to anything else, let me know in the comment section. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.